Okay guys, welcome back. For the last time today, we are watching SouL versus Foreign Brood War. SouL did just take the series through, but I have said before, and I will continue to say over and over again, if there is a game been cast or a game been played in the STPL, I will cast it, even if it's inconsequential as this game is. But as the way league points are going to be distributed, I am going to change it slightly. So I'm going to make sure that every game gives you at least some league points if possible. So every win does count. That's probably been my plan from the start, but I've not properly implemented it. But as we go into the playoffs, that's going to be a main priority of me to fix. But we're going to head in to our next game. Should be a very cool game here between Scan and Hirmu. So Scan, of course, a very, very strong player. I know Artosis is recoiling in his seat at the moment at the fact there are Koreans in this tournament, but I have made this a global tournament. White Clan did come along for this as well, and they've been very, very well. They've been very great, actually. You know what? They've been great. It's been a bit hard with the language barrier, but they've put up with it, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. So it's been a lot of fun having them in. One thing that Gyro did say to me, he is the clan leader of White, is he said he wants to try and bridge the gap between foreigners and Koreans, and you know what? One way to do that is to play a lot of games together, so that's what they've been doing. Let's actually head on over to the overlay, and let's look at who the final players of today are going to be. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to have Scan versus Hirmu. Scan winning all three of his games so far. Hirmu winning one, losing two with a 33% win rate, but still doing a very, very good show, really, really good job so far. Showing some really, really cool games. And let's see how this game is going to go against Scan. Of course, Scan a very tough opponent, but I know Hirmu does practice quite a lot. Can he pull off a special build here? Can he pull off a tie 2? Can he take down Scan in the STPL? Let's find out. The map he is going to be facing him on is Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder, pretty good for Terran, I've got to admit, but there was some really cool ZVTs on this map. Calm vs Fantasy for one was a great series that actually happened twice, I believe, in the OSL semi-finals of 2010. And Pathfinder used in the 2010 Bacchus OSL, and in the 2011, I always forget what it's called, the TVing OSL, so the final OSL ever on Brood War. So pretty cool map. We've had TVZ so far. It's been pretty balanced so far in the SCPL. And Hirmu's going to want to make this 4-4 if he can. I know Avi Love is probably sitting in chat saying right now, this map is unwinnable for Zerg. But you know what? Let's see what happens. Just as we go in to this fourth and final game of this evening. And let's see if we're going to finish on a high or if we're going to finish on a low. Hopefully it's going to be a high either way, guys, so don't worry. And let's go over into the game. Okay, so starting us off in the bottom left 7 o'clock position, we do have the Korean Terran fighting for SouL. It's going to be Scan. And his opponent over here in the bottom right 5 o'clock position, it is going to be the Finnish Zerg, Hirmu. And I know I'm saying his name wrong. I will eventually learn how to say that name. By the way, Serio, thank you very much for your cheer before. I did notice that. I just completely forgot to say something. It does mean a lot, man. Thank you for supporting the SCPL. And thank you for supporting me, of course, as well. Of course, if you do want to support the SCPL, guys, the best thing you can do is tune in to watch. The other thing you can do is hit the follow button as well. Just so you know when it goes live. It's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2100 CEST, possibly as we go into the playoff finals. Going to do some casts on Sunday as well, just to get the weekend viewers and get more people more able to play, because obviously when I do cast SCPL, there's a lot of people still at work in America, so looking forward to that. But been a really cool series so far, of course. SouL outclassing FBW a little bit, but it's still been a very interesting series. There's been a few weird builds we've seen, but overall been pretty cool. Looks like Hirmu actually going to go for a 12 hatch possibly against Scan, which would be incredibly greedy, but of course Scan could be playing greedy himself. And it looks like he won't play too greedy. He's going to go for barracks, so likely going to be a 1 Rex double. And there we go, we have Hirmu scouting around over here. Interestingly, he didn't send his Overlord out. He did keep his Overlord back in his base, gonna scout with the drone instead. Very easy to lose your first Overlord if you send it out against the Terran, so maybe that's why he's done that. He's Paul is obviously going to be a little bit late because he'll go for hatch first, and Scan is going for gas. Now, one thing that's very popular on this map that we may actually see here from Scan is Mech is very, very strong on this map versus Zerg. Now, I don't know whether we will see Scan go for that, but fancy to do Mech on this map quite a lot. Quite a lot of sort of tight corridors and everything like that, so... And there we go, Avalov in chat, just in case you're watching on the VODs, is linking the Team Liquid Pathfinder stats. So, not really too much I can say about that. That's Avalov's thing, but of course there is 87 viewers still, so thank you all for tuning in. But this is going to be the final game of this evening, unfortunately, but hopefully it's going to be a good one. We do have the supply depot coming up. No expansion yet for Scan. So Scan could actually be going... Oh man, Scan is doing something really cool here. He is going for a proxy factory. He is going to try and land it here. Now the problem is, this is very close to the Zerg's vision, so you need to be very, very careful. But you could actually do two-port Wraith behind this. Kind of interesting to see if he does do that. We actually have a third hatchery coming up from him. We're going to create that wall off at the front. And this is going to be a little bit of a fake out. Scan is doing his best to block the creep colony. Now Hermu's probably thinking, oh, what is coming my way? Is there going to be a vulture coming from outside of here? But little does he know, the sound of the vulture was coming from inside his base, as the factory does fly over there. And it's going to be two-port Wraith to follow up, so Scan looking to end this very, very quickly. Can Hirmu hold on? Tempest didn't do as good against the two-port Wraith here. But, I mean, this is completely out of Hirmu's vision. Will he send an Overlord down here? If he scouts this, he could actually be in a... Oh my god. Hirmu knows it's coming. I don't know how, but he scouted it. There we go. Hirmu with... Not the map hacks, but he needs to catch the Vulture. He doesn't catch the Vulture. That was so huge. If he'd set up a surround there, he maybe have been able to do it. But Scan is going to be able to take down these Lings for breakfast. Unfortunately for Hirmu, he doesn't get that surround. And the Vulture micro from Scan are very, very strong here. Hirmu's doing his best. He's pulling his drones for some reason, maybe looking to get that surround. But he's going to send them off to his natural. He is not going to be able to mine in his main for the time being. And taking out a lava as well. Very, very strong moves by Scan. Very, very important to do with your Vultures if you can. Lava do take 2 Vulture shots, I believe, to go down. But Hirmu back home does have his Hydro Sten coming up. He does have 2 bases worth of production here at his natural. Lair is coming up as well. Hopefully he does realize this is probably going to be two-port Wraith behind this. But there is 3 Vultures in his main. How on earth is he going to be able to deal with this? Oh, and it's 3. Sorry, drone. Thank you. 3 Vulture shots, 2 killer lava. But I mean, this is going to be pretty bad. We have a Wraith, 2 Wraiths actually on the first Overlord. 1 single Hydralisk is out, but that actually goes down very quickly to the 3 units. And I mean, two more Hydras are going to try and hold on. We don't actually have an Evo chamber or anything. But look at this. Scan with the perfect Wraith micro here, taking down that second Overlord. Going to supply block Hirmu. And the Vultures on the high ground. I don't even think Hirmu has vision of this to actually shoot up at them. So this is very, very unfortunate for him. Gonna try and take down some of these with the Vultures and the Wraiths paired up together, doing so much damage. And Hirmu is trying to hold on, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. A little bit of a misplay. This game would be entirely different if it had got that surround on that Vulture. So really, really unfortunate by him. But I mean, Hirmu's staying in. He knows his team is down 3-0. He wants to get a little bit of pride in. Now, if this was Shiny would be saying get out right now. But Scan is a very mannered person, and he is not going to do that. But 4 or 3 Wraiths even going to be enough to probably take out all of these Hydralisks. And just unfortunately for Hirmu, the game just did not go his way. Hirmu can finally build units again, but it doesn't matter. GG! And Scan is going to get SouL yet another 4-0 victory. So really, really nicely played by Scan there. Unfortunate for Hirmu. You know what? That's actually very, very unfortunate. Let me just bring myself over back to the camera so I can report the game. You know what? That was a pretty cool series. I know it was a bit of a whitewash, but it was still a cool series. You know, Foreign Brood War put up their best. They did their best as well. I know they had to sub a couple of players as well, because in the initial lineups I had Debaser down as the Terran, but Reggie played instead. So whether that could have come into it, I don't know. But of course they did a very good job. I know the people on the Foreign Brood War team very, very well. I waste all my time on the Discord. So if you do not know the Discord, I'm going to put a link to the Discord after the game in the chat. But let's actually just play some music just while I close off the stream. And this is a very, very cool song to play. This is one of the songs they used to play in the SPL 2010. I think, when did they used to play this actually? There was a certain time when they played this. It was like, I think this was actually one of the credits songs. Oh wait, no, I remember. This was when they were going through the player stats that would play this song. One of my favorite songs from Pro League, actually. It's called it's called Revolution by Terrible Things. So pretty cool song. But let me just quickly record the results. Let's go and show that off as well, and then we can close off the stream for the day. I'll host someone else, and we can get going with our weekend. So let me just give that win to Scan. Give the win to SouL. Let's move on over to the overlay, and let's have a quick look at that. So here we go. As you can see, SouL taking out Foreign Brood War in a pretty unfortunate 4-0. Pretty much dominated most of the game. SouL has been a very strong team. SK Alpha a very strong team as well. And I mean, SouL has put in a lot of work. They've got a lot of strong players, and they're a very strong team. Just teamwork-wise, they're always hanging out. They're always playing games together. And I think that's one of the major advantages they have. It's the same with SK Alpha. But you know what? Really cool series either way. The previous series was really cool as well. So if you did miss that, you can check out all of the VODs and everything. So I do need to play ladder at some point, but I need a drink and stuff after this. So I'm going to chill out for just a little bit after the thing. Now, if you're wondering what's coming up next for the STPL, there is a lot coming up still. So we are moving into Week 6. The Week 6 games will be played this Sunday if they've not been played already. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday I might do 21:30 CEST again, because I actually think I like starting a little bit later on Friday. But for Week 6, we're going to have DM versus Net Wars, Storm versus Red, and SK Alpha versus SK Bravo in Group A. And then the Group B results are going to be IRK versus SouL Gaming, White Clan. So actually IRK versus SouL is going to be the top two teams for Group B. White Clan versus Foreign Brood War All-Stars, and Clan Revolution versus Naz, who are the North American squad. Now, you say let's have a look at the table. Let me just quickly see if this works. Hold on, because I don't know how I can get this to show properly, but just one second. Let's just go back over here to me. Just one second. Hopefully you didn't get a weird feedback noise there. But basically, I just need to refresh my system. Hopefully this has added the win. If not, I need to find a way of doing it. No, it hasn't. So let me just quickly reload the overlay. This should take me just 1 second. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to find a way to put it in a jar and get it to work yet, because not all the images load, and I have no idea why. So I'm running it through NetBeans still, so it doesn't take very long to start up. But I'll be able to show off the table, and then what we can do is we can sort of finish off for there. But I'll do it very, very quickly. I'll post up the table as well in the thread, but let me just quickly pick another song to play. Here we go. So just moving on back over to the overlay. Just to show off the table. As you can see, SK Alpha doing very, very well at the moment. 5-0 in their group. SouL Gaming for Group B doing really well as well. 4-0 at the top of their group. Second in Group A is going to be Net Wars with 3-1. And joint second actually, for Group B is going to be IRK and White Clan with completely matching scores. So that could even come down to a tiebreaker depending on how their next games go. And of course you have the other teams closer to the bottom. A lot of them doing very well. They're close to getting in the top 4. But I mean, SouL are just doing an incredible job, and so have SK Alpha. Definitely so far the strongest teams in the STPL. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to take it back to my camera again, just to say ciao and everything like that. But thanks for tuning in. Hope if this is your first STPL cast, hopefully you've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed bringing it to you. If you've been a repeat watcher, that does mean a lot to me as well. Thank you, Philos, for the cheer. If you do want to support the STPL, you can donate directly to the prize pool with the Maturino link. If you can support me if you want to, please feel free to hit the follow button. Tune in next time as well. That's the best way you can support me. But if you do feel like donating, there is a donation link at the bottom of my stream. You can follow me on Twitter under the same username, so KixSD on Twitter. There is a few anime things posted on there, so if you don't like anime, don't bother following me, but I do announce all my streams and everything on there. And finally, you can always hit that subscribe button. Don't ever feel pressured to do anything though. Hopefully you've enjoyed the cast. I'm just going to show that my cat has moved again. She's moved further over. You know, she doesn't like laying in one spot. She's a cat. She'll sleep where she wants. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be back on Monday with another STPL cast. Tune in to the BSL tomorrow with Zero. That will be from about 6 PM, 7 PM CST, I believe. And then on Sunday, I think we have the People's Spawn Band coming up as well. So do tune into those events. Thank you for tuning into the STPL. Thank you for the support. And I will see you guys on Monday. Same time, same place. And have a very good weekend, guys. Now.